What the f*** is that? Gingivitis. Isn't that what Ed Sheeran's got? Ginger Fury. Yeah. He's, honestly, what are his fucking overheads? Like, $200 a night? He's got a guitar, a microphone, and a fucking divvy looper pedal, and a tour manager. What does he want the big tour bus for? And he's a very nice guy. And he's got a heart of gold. He's got a heart of ginger, actually. But I do think his music is vastly overrated. Poor old Robbie, you know. I mean, I feel sorry for him, really, because he's just not quite getting it right, is he? He's like, can't decide whether he's an alcoholic or a drug addict, or whether he should kick it, or carry on, or get into smack, or go and see the Church of Scientology, or something, or maybe get another tattoo, or something like that. I don't know. But, you know, as long as they all end up in the same asylum.
For me, I've bought Pet Sounds probably 20 different times. I bought it. Pet Sounds?
Yeah.
Because I love the harmonies on it.
Don't you think they're the most overrated group of all time?
No, I love Brian Wilson's harmonies, and every time
the only reason they're anyway successful is because they're next to the Beatles in alphabetical order.
That's why?
And Paul McCartney likes them. That's it.
Okay.
Barbershop quartet music. Rubbish. Kanye, is he of this world? I'd say he's underrated. Without being a huge fan of his, I fucking love him. I guess there's a bit of Kanye in all of us. You know what I mean? But I loved him because he was a Beatles fan, do you know what I mean? And he was kind of, the grunge thing wasn't really a tag that sat with him in a way, do you know what I mean? He was a fucking great songwriter, I mean, a great songwriter. Yeah. And you listen to that stuff now and it still stands up, you know. One regret I've got was I had tickets to go and see them in Manchester, and I never went. I always had an affinity with him because he was left-handed and he had blue eyes and he was born in, you know, he's a Gemini like me and he was into the Beatles, and that's what I was, and I was like, fucking hell. And Mark Coyle, who co-produced Definitely Maybe, at that time was doing monitors for the Teenage Fan Club when they went on the world tour with Nirvana. And I said, what's he like? And he said, you fucking love him, he's great. He's crazy as fuck, but he's great. And I remember when we signed to Creation and meeting Teenage Fan Club, and they were saying, yeah, he's a really fucking cool guy. I'm gutted that he died before I met him. I would have loved to have sat and fucking, you know, shot the fucking shit with him. But that, you know, all the great albums, like Nevermind the Bollocks and Nevermind and the Lars, they just get greater with time, and they start off by being, you know, the album of the year, and then they just never date. They never date. And if you listen to, you know, Nevermind, it still sounds like the future of rock. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but never mind. You know, I guess everybody who's into music, and particularly alternative music, and Enemy, and that, whatever that thing is, that area of, will always remember where they were when they first heard Nevermind. You know, it was kind of, although they weren't doing anything that the Pixies hadn't done already, it was just fucking hell. I've met everybody, including Beatles and Rolling Stones, but the one person that I was like, was Neil Young. Because it was like, he was at Woodstock, the end. Do you know what I mean? And I've loved him since I started playing the guitar, you know, and he knew my name, which freaked me out, you know. I mean, I knew my name, obviously. It wasn't that weird, but the fact that he said my name, hey, Noel, I was like, oh, fucking hell. What? What do you want? I'm busy. Do you know what I mean? I was like, Neil Young, incredible. It was some flippant comment about him being the Antichrist that he got. That he got the arse with. You know, these old fellas, eh? They'll take offence to anything.
They get more sensitive, don't they, as they get older? You've had some fun, man. You've had some fun. And it's pop music, isn't it? It's right. It's culture. It's pop culture.
Well, right. The thing is you say these things, and I'll admit, right, they look bad in print, right, but a lot of it, I probably gave a very balanced view about Phil Collins that day, but I admit that the thing that looks bad/good in print is the bit about the Antichrist. Fine, fair enough. But, you know, people are allowed to say things about me.
Yeah.
But you see, Phil Collins knows he can't say anything about me because I'm the
But this is the thing, though.
But that's the thing that does his head in, and the fact that he's bald. Springsteen, they do not call him the boss for nothing, let me tell you. He's a dude.
And are you a fan of Bruce Springsteen?
I wouldn't say I like all his good songs, like Born to... I mean, who doesn't like Born to Run, and I'm on Fire, and even Dancing in the Dark. But I know friends around me are nutcases for him, and are forever sending me gigs from, you know, Dallas in '76. Listen to this gig, and I got a great deal of respect for him. I seen him at Glastonbury that year,
yeah,
and it was like, wow, you know. But I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I do like him.
Well, I've always been a fan of U2, and I got to say, the only fucking one in my circle of friends in my entire life, I've fought their fucking corner. Everybody else, not doesn't get it, fucking hates them. But I love them, and I love the Joshua Tree. I even like Rattle and Hum, you know, for all its faults, but I do love it. But I queued up outside Our Price Records in Piccadilly Gardens in Manchester the day it came out, and I bought it on cassette, and I thought it was great then, and I still think they've never really looked back from that album. They done. It's like when you started to read the stories about them, they dismantled everything and they went to Berlin because of David Bowie and Iggy Pop and Lou Reed and all this, and they'd been listening to fucking Stereo MCs and Happy Mondays, and they'd reinvented their sound. It was really inspiring.
Bloke from Oasis said I couldn't play guitar. Somebody should have told him I'm a fucking rock star. You know that it's gonna be good, man.
Right, I mean, I've never seen a rap battle and a rock battle, like old school rap battle.
I wouldn't mind. We hung out with Jay-Z in Japan. We've seen him a few years back, and it was so ludicrous that it got so out of hand. And there was quotes attributed to me in the Sun that were not from me at all. And it was like, do you know what I mean? I actually like the guy, do you know what I mean? I like his music. It's just...
How have you reacted to the whole Jay-Z Glasgow situation?
Alright, I'm going to say this once, right? I was asked, as you well know, my opinion about ticket sales at Glastonbury. And that's my opinion, and that's the fucking end of it. Right? Now, when the fucking Church of England Brigade in the broadsheets get hold of it, and have me going down Hyde Park Corner, blasting and slamming, you know, that's bullshit. You know, for the record, I like Jay-Z, right? You know, so... That's my opinion. Everybody, if it offends people, don't fucking ask me any more questions, you know what I mean? I should do these things and come along and answer like every two-bit shitbag pop star and just say everything's amazing. You know, so fire away.
G sent his regards last night, playing us.
Good.
It's been great for your record sales though, hasn't it?
It's been amazing.
Now, how about the fact that Wonderwall's back in the charts now?
That's amazing.
You've got the album coming out as well. It's coming out in October as well. What can people expect from that?
It's just amazing.
Musically, how would you describe your chemistry with Liam?
I think that was the strength of the band, was my songs and his thing, whatever that thing is. So 99.9% of the population see him as one thing. I see him as another.
Yeah. Because
I'm his brother, you know what I mean?
What do you see him as?
What do I see him as? Pain in the arse. A pain in the arse.
Yeah.
And I know that annoys people, fans in particular.
Yeah.
But it's not about them. And if anybody doubts my resolve, then I pity them. I pity them.
Do you guys talk to each other now?
No.
No.
No, there's too much been said.
Is it beyond repair?
For me it is, yeah. Now it got personal, and he kind of brought my wife and kids into it very publicly. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of like, okay, if you want to go there, be prepared to take this to the grave, okay? That sounds callous and cold, but that's who I am, I'm afraid.
Liam tweets about you, it makes headlines. And I feel like, you know, the narrative is sort of, you know, Liam's sort of entertaining and maybe a little unhinged. Do you think maybe he's one of the most savvy marketers in music right now?
Well, he's doing a fucking good job of marketing me, which I gotta say, I'm very thankful for.
Well, I think he might be coming on our show in a couple weeks.
Really?
Would you like me to pass anything along?
Get a list of my back catalogue.
Okay.
If there's anything that he's missing out. As long as he keeps filling out the PRS forms at the end of the show, again, he can lick my balls. I don't give a fuck what he does. Tell him to enjoy what's left of his hairdo.